They're tiny, they're toony, hey, they're still all a little loony. And now that I've seen the first 5 or 6 episodes or so, I'm currently on shall we say on my max profile with thank you very much. So let's talk about the reboot of Tiny Toon Adventures, Tiny Toons Looniversity, and it might not be my favorite reversion of the beloved animated series, but I would say that with all the discourse which I was fortunate enough to miss, it's actually pretty solid. So let's begin. I may not have seen like the original Tiny Toons in first run, but I do remember seeing it in reruns on Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, and the Hub, aka Discovery Family Review. I try to remember if it was anything place else, but it definitely was very much in the same spirit as Looney Tunes and their style of comedy, the and energy. And this one is spearheaded by Funny or Die, Loom, Adam Middleton, and even though it's not exactly the same as the original, otherwise it wouldn't be much point doing a reboot, it managed to capture the spirit of the original well, in some respects, even if it does not technically capture the letter. And again, I wouldn't put it on the same pedestal as, say, like 2017 DuckTales or the recent Nick vs. Ninja Turtles, but it definitely had more effort put into it than other anime reboots I've seen, like Thundercats Roar, Digimon 2020, I'm looking your direction. Yeah. I was wondering who they would get to voice Plucky and Hampton with the passing of Don Messick and Joe Lasky, respectively, but I must say that David Arago Jr. does a decent job not only at honoring their work, but also putting his own spin on the characters, which is nice, a key type to walk. I mean, he's also been in a few things I've enjoyed. I mean, he's been in the voice of Verb whenever in the few instances where he speaks in a few productions involving him. Most recently, the Kansas Against the Universe movie, Nihei, and several characters in Pokemon XY. Hi. And I've not seen the Justice League Cross Ruby movie yet, but I've heard it's good, so there's that. And he's also Mr. Spicklet in My Adventure with Superman, another one that I'd recommend. I mean, personally. Admittedly, some changes are taken getting used to. I mean, I did have my concerns about the fact that Buster and Babs are relatives rather than being friends as they were in the original cartoon. But they thankfully managed to overhaul their bond to match it. I mean, just to avoid some issues that would arise. And also, rather than the previous cartoon, which was made up of 7 to 11 minute skits, they made up of 22-minute stories this time around. I mean, it kind of reminds me of the Looney Tunes show which I started showing on TV again, which I actually remembered liking at the time, and actually stuck back quite favorably upon. I mean, but even though it's still relatively new, I definitely think it can find its audience just fine. I mean, if you're a longtime fan who's not gonna be checking this one out, I'm not gonna hold it against you, but younger fans and first timers will definitely be welcome here. I mean, here since personally, I don't think Dizzy's his verbiage is any more weird than being able to walk off having like an anvil dropped on them or being blown up with dynamite. It's that kind of crazy. I can definitely say that the animation itself is the strong point, as well as the music Look, I mean, it's got a lot of good energy towards it, and definitely perfect for the cartoonish gags, the color palettes, and even the design school itself looks great. I mean, so at least we wanted to watch the rest of the first season, see how it pans out, and this is one of the videos I had in mind because it's either going to be this, a response to a bad take from another show, something about the Unity debacle. I decided to get this out of the way first. I mean, anyway, so I'd say for now. And now my video is done. Take care, everyone. That's all, folks.